Hello pre-AP students. You're going to be peer editing your rough drafts in a little bit, and one of the big components of that is going to be a check of your MLA format. So I thought before I turned you loose to do that, I would remind you of some crucial and exciting features of the accurately formatted MLA paper. Okay, let's see here. Let's get our favorite student in here. You may recall the top line is going to be your first name and last name. What goes on the second line? Yeah, that's exactly right. It's my name. On the third line, just say the answer out loud. The course. Brilliant. Get it? Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. And then the date. And you're going to format the date, day, month, year. It should be noted at this point that that date should actually be the date that you are going to turn the essay in. Now, one thing that is common is that today you're probably going to have an essay that says something like rough draft of essay. That's lame, but it's fine for today. All right. However, for your final draft, please do not include a lame title. Create something awesome like oh, look at that. I mean, that is compelling. Oh, my word. I better delete that before someone steals it. All right, we'll go back to a lame title for now. Now, you should recognize a couple of things. One, look right here. Look at this. Do you see that? It's a perfect 1-inch margin. It's amazing. The top margin also perfectly 1 inch, though it's outside of the recording area, so you can't totally see that. But take my word for it. It is exactly 1 inch. You need a header. To access the header, you double click really fast. Oh my, did you see that header? I'll do it again. All right, that's cool. Your last name is going to go on the right-hand side of the page. That's Control-R is the hotkey for that. It's a brilliant strategy we've got. Student. Perfect. And then we're going to put the page number at the top of the page. And I'm going to have to type his last name again because I forgot to do the page number first. Okay. There you go. That's all you need there. You probably know this already, but if you don't do that automatic page numbering found up here in the header toolbar, you're going to type page 1 in there manually, and then it's going to appear on every subsequent page as page 1. You will lose points for that, so don't do that. Now, the other thing, of course, that you're recognizing already is that this is single-spaced. Here's your hotkey, Control-A. It's going to highlight everything in your paper. Hotkey, watch this, Control-2. Oh my word. That just never gets old. Hotkey Control-A, Control-1 single-spaced, Control-2 double-spaced. That is looking really nice. All right. The first, let's do better than that. Okay, that's the attention-getting step. You're going to come up with something really creative and interesting to begin your essay that's going to make me want to read on. All right, I'm really pumped about that. The end of your introduction is going to be an argumentative thesis statement. You will probably lead off here with an argumentative topic sentence. I know this doesn't seem like MLA format, but we're getting to the good stuff right here. After that, you will fluently embed a quotation that provides excellent evidence of your position into your essay. Now, you see the quotation that I've used here in the second sentence of my first body paragraph. It needs a parenthetical citation. Okay, that's the author of the text. That's going to be confusing. So let's say that it's someone whose last name. Oh, let's just choose a last name at random. How about Berezovsky? All right. So that's the author's last name, the person who wrote that book. And it was found on page 658 of Berezovsky's literary masterpiece. That's how you do a parenthetical citation. Please notice the open quotation marks, quotation, closed quotation marks, a space right there. That's a space. Open parentheses, author's last name. There's a space right here. See the space right there? That's where it is. And then the page number on which the quotation was found, closed parentheses, then terminal punctuation. Children, this is exactly how an embedded concrete detail should look in the MLA format. Now, it is true, and since you're only going to be quoting from one work, it's true that you don't have to mention the author's last name every time. Technically, the rule is that you should do that the first time, at least, and then after that, you can just do the page number. But there's something about the parenthetical citation with the author's last name that I think is aesthetically pleasing. And as you grow, you're going to be using multiple sources in your essays. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad habit to get into to put the author's last name in parentheses every time. Now, in your case, it's going to be Shelley. It's going to be the last name that's used every time. Please spell the author's last name correctly. That's a credibility issue. All right, now, I think this has covered just about everything we need except for the works cited page. Historically, on rough draft day, no student brings a works cited page to class. So I'm assuming that you're in that boat, but I do want to review with you the principles of a works cited page. If you've looked at the rubric for the final draft of the essay, you'll note that I believe the works cited page is worth 12 points, which is almost a letter grade of your final draft, something like 8% of your final paper. So you're going to want to include that. Here we go. For the purposes of this business, I needed to get this in the recording area. Can we do that? Yes, we can. All right. So you are going to want to center the title of your works cited page. And because you're probably only going to be citing one work, it's going to be a work cited page, not a works cited page. Your one work. My work was by this guy named Berezovsky. Author's last name, comma, author's first name. We all know who that is. The book was called Evidence in Papers, the Story of My Writing Life. All right, and then you're going to put the publisher's, the name of the publisher. Let's say this was Random House, and the year it was published. It's a very recent novel that Mr. Berezovsky wrote. Now, this is not going to be what you write here, because you are not going to cite that work, but the form should look exactly like that. Okay? Hopefully this has answered your MLA questions. If you're an MLA person coming up in the peer editing, it's your responsibility to give accurate feedback about this stuff. Your peers are depending on your understanding of all of the features that we just talked about. So please pay close attention to that stuff. Happy peer editing.